Well, I think you can see why Louisville's was the best team in our league this year. It played exceptionally well, and obviously Hensman came in and did a terrific job for them, and they've got a major league closer in Birdie certainly, but I'd like to have seen kind of how the game had played out if we'd been able to scratch a runner, two more there in the first couple innings, but we didn't get it done. I thought Benton competed. Obviously, the error hurt us and opened the door for them, as good teams do. They took advantage of that, and we just couldn't muster anything the last few innings. So credit to them, they played well.
Benton, obviously, we talked to you after the senior day performance. Obviously, that was the motivator coming out here today. Just talk a little bit about how you pitched today and what you were feeling out there. You had a great start. Talk a little bit about that for us.
Yeah, I was talking to Coach Fox about it, and just a couple pitches, I wish I could take back and maybe change a little bit, but that's the nature of the game. You can't take anything back, and you just have to learn from it. So I felt like I had good stuff. Obviously coming off a little bit of short rest, but still felt like I competed and made most of my pitches. Got to give it to McKay. I mean, he pretty much had my number all night. Unfortunately, but that's how it goes. I felt like I was hitting most of my spots, and other than that, you just gotta let things happen how they will. So.
Benton, you've been here now for 4 years. Louisville obviously had no issues with this transition into the ACC. How does that lineup compare to other really good lineups that you've seen throughout your 4 years at UNC?
Yes, it's on par for the ACC. The ACC is a very good conference. Their top 5 hitters are an ACC lineup. To have the first 3 innings come out the way they did, I was thrilled. Got a little bit rough in the 4th, 5th, and 6th, and like I said earlier, a couple pitches I could have taken back, but other than that, I felt pretty good about it. It's baseball. So I feel like our team's just we're right there. We're really right there. There are probably 3 or 4 things in the game if we could change. It'd just be a completely different game, but it's baseball.
Ben, wanted to ask you. You mentioned McKay on that shot he hit to right field. You just talk us through that.
Yeah. So the pitch right before that was a changeup down and away, and he swung through it. That's just on me, full responsibility. It's a 2-2 pitch. Should have thrown one that bounced, 46 feet, so he couldn't do what he did. I was probably a little amped up, tried to throw too good of a pitch, and ended up being not as good of a pitch. Had a little bit of doubt before I threw that pitch. Honestly, I wish I could have thrown a different one, but that's totally on me. I should have just made a better pitch. And I think he was sitting on it. He got all of it, so it happens.
Benton, you're cruising through the first 3 innings. What happened in the middle 3rd innings? Did they make any adjustments, or can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, I don't. I felt like I was still throwing well. Obviously, the McKay bomb was big for them. It shouldn't have been a 2-run though. I put the first runner on, so that was on me. This fastball that got away from me. And other than that, I thought we played well in the field for the most part, and that's like Coach Fox said. That's why they're 25 and whatever they are in the league. So they showed what they were. So maybe they made a couple adjustments, put the ball in play a little bit more. So they're a good team.
It's the last question for Benton.
Ben, did you fight your breaking ball feel a little bit? It seemed like you threw fewer breaking balls than times when I've seen you. It was a more fastball changeup approach tonight. Did you just not quite have the feel for your breaking balls tonight?
No, I think if you go back and look at it, most of or a lot of the strikeouts were on breaking balls early. Just trying to mix and match. And honestly, to your question, if I could go back, there were a couple of pitches that I probably would have thrown more curveballs. So not that I was fighting, I actually felt like I had good command of it tonight. Wasn't leaving anything up. Just was trying to mix and match, and didn't turn out exactly how I wanted it. But
Thank you.
Coach, what went into your decision to go with Benton tonight?
Well, Coach Forbes and I talked, and he'd thrown 38 to 40, I think, on Saturday, and we're trying to win the next game. Felt like he was the person to give us the best opportunity, to do that.
Did you see something specifically with Louisville's lineup that maybe fit Benton, or is that overthinking it?
No, not really. I mean, JB was obviously another option, or Bagucki, and they're a free swinging team. So I felt like we needed Benton out there with his breaking ball and his change up. And early, I thought he threw some good ones, and struck Whiting out twice on his breaking ball, and threw some good change ups. I think it was important, to be able to do that to kind of keep him honest.
Coach, after you guys got the 4 runs into the first 3 innings, you obviously had a few missed opportunities in the first and second inning. Were you worried that it may not be enough up 4 runs against a lineup as talented as Louisville's?
Well, I mean, yeah, we needed to score. We needed to score more runs. I mean, obviously you can't ever have enough runs, especially against a good lineup. And we had used Trevor, so we're going to come out of the bullpen with a lot of young guys, and you never know how they're gonna respond or throw. So. We missed an incredible opportunity in the first 2 innings. It's somewhat been the tale of our season, where we had a chance to go up, 2 or 3 runs there early, and we did have a big inning, but we could have had more than one. And I think you have to in order to beat a team like Louisville.
Coach, it doesn't get any easier for the team tomorrow. They play Florida State, who has a lot of big hitters in the lineup. Do you know who you're going with pitching-wise tomorrow?
I don't yet. If I had to guess, it would be JB tomorrow. But I don't know for sure yet. I'll talk to Coach Forbes and we'll confirm that.
And what are you looking for out of them, that lineup?
Yeah, they're good, and they pitch well. Another good team in our league. We're gonna have to play at a high level, and when we get opportunities to score, we got to take advantage of them if we get them. And obviously we're a better team as most are, playing ahead, and that will help us. But I thought we were really relaxed tonight to start the game. We competed, just played a good team, and ran into 2 really good relievers.
Yeah.
Andrew in the back.
Mike, for Louisville to do what it's done in the ACC in its first year, this year going 22-5, did you ever envision that kind of transition for them, and what's most impressive about them in their program?
Well, before they got in the league, now we faced them in the World Series, so they weren't chopped liver before they joined our league. They're extremely well coached. Dan's done a terrific job. I think they've put a lot of emphasis in their program and their facility. I think they got a great pitching coach, and Roger, obviously, and they've recruited some really talented players. And I don't know that anybody expected anybody in our league, whether it's a first-year team or a team that's been in the league for 100 years, to go 25-5 in our league. That's a tremendous accomplishment. It's some of the best teams we've ever had in the ACC haven't been able to do that. It's quite impressive. You can see why they play with they play with some poise and some confidence, and I don't think they ever panicked when they got behind. So great club.